Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So some frightening news. 2 QAnon lunatics have been arrested after police received a tip that they were traveling from Virginia to Pennsylvania with AR-15s with the intention to harm vote counters who are still at this moment at the Pennsylvania Convention Center counting votes. The identity of the 2 men hasn't been released, but the 2 were driving a Hummer, and it was decorated with an American flag and QAnon stickers. They found a QAnon hat inside. Officers approached them. They found the vehicle, and it was empty, so they went through the city. They were, combing the streets trying to find them. They found 2 men, and they questioned them and found that they were each carrying a weapon. They were, in fact, the owners of the vehicle, or at least one was. Upon searching the Hummer, they found a 3rd weapon, and being that the 2 men didn't have permits to carry the firearms in Pennsylvania, they were both arrested and they'll face firearm charges, although they haven't yet been charged formally. So this is absolute insanity. This is something we've never experienced in the United States before. I'm all for free speech, but QAnon conspiracy theories have incited violence again and again. For that reason, I agree with the FBI's classification of QAnon as a domestic terrorist threat, and I think they need to be shut down. When you are inciting violence, something needs to be done. And Trump is also, as I mentioned recently, he's a stochastic terrorist. His rhetoric surrounding this election, including his false claims that the election is being stolen from him, is also inciting violence. Clearly, he has people convinced that there's something nefarious going on, that counting legal votes after Election Day that were turned in on time and according to law is somehow wrong. I mean, could you imagine if Trump were winning right now, would Biden supporters be showing up at vote counting facilities with guns and, potentially wanting to kill people for counting the votes? I don't think so. I don't think so, because there are some states where Trump is still ahead. It's becoming less and less, but there are still a couple of states where he's ahead, like North Carolina and Alaska. Are Biden supporters showing up threatening to kill people? The man needs to be in jail. I mean, he just needs to be taken down, because as long as he's allowed out in polite society where he can stoke fears and resentment and anger, this is never going to end. I mean, it's pretty sad that we, at this point in America, pretty much need to post armed guards at all of the vote counting facilities to ensure the safety of not just Democrats inside. And that's the thing that is so insane too. These people act like it's just Democrats inside counting the votes. They have vote watchers that are Democrats, Republicans, and independents. All 3 are there counting and watching the votes being counted. And they're trying to stop votes in some cities. I just saw a report that some people in Arizona, they had issues with their ballots. And so they're allowed to come in and correct the errors up to a certain point, up to a certain date. Many of the people who were coming in today to correct the errors so that their vote would count were Republicans. So if you want to stop the vote counting, if you want to stop the whole process, you're going to stop Trump from racking up additional votes too. It makes no sense. Can't wait for this all to be over. Anyway, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.